Hello, friends. Today I am going to talk about a person whose words can change your life. Today's guest is the one who, as the 16th President of the United States, achieved many great successes, including preserving the Union during the American Civil War. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation and prepared the 13th Constitutional Amendment, which permanently abolished slavery in the country. Legal and financial reforms. Homestead Act encouraged settlement in the West by granting 160 acres of free land to settlers. Morrill Act laid the foundation for the state university system. First national income tax passed the Revenue Act of 1862 to pay for the cost of the war. Established the Department of Agriculture. Introduced the official Thanksgiving holiday. Supported the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad. International relations. Handled and peacefully resolved a diplomatic crisis with Britain in the Trent Affair. That person is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, near Hodgenville, Kentucky, in a log cabin. His father's name was Thomas Lincoln, and his mother's name was Nancy Hanks Lincoln. His family lived in poverty, and his childhood was full of struggle. He grew up in Illinois and developed a passion for learning from a young age. He served as a legislator and as the President of the United States from 1861 until his assassination in 1865. He was a Republican who fought to preserve the Union during the Civil War and issued the Emancipation Proclamation to free enslaved people. He is remembered for his Gettysburg Address and his efforts to pass the 13th Amendment, which ended slavery in America. Lincoln was assassinated in 1865 by John Wilkes Booth. Before his death, some of his written words remained alive in the pages of history. Word, America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we lose our rights, we will destroy ourselves. If you want to win someone over to your side, first convince them that you are their true friend. When you lack recognition, do not worry, but strive to become worthy of it. The best part of a person's life is their friendships. My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is that I should be on God's side. Decide that a task can and should be done, and then find a way to do it. People are generally as happy as they decide to be in their minds. Make sure your feet are placed in the right spot, then stand firm. Whoever you are, be a good person. You can judge a person's greatness by their anger. Force can win everything, but its victories are short-lived. My best friend is the one who gives me a book I have not yet read. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may strain, it must not break the bonds of our affection. The tendency toward sadness. Remember, it is a misfortune, not a fault. I am successful today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I did not dare to disappoint them. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That is my religion. If you desire peace, avoid popularity. I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. Whenever I hear anyone arguing in favor of slavery, I feel a strong desire to try it on them personally. Those who search for evil in others will surely find it. When you reach your last limit, tie a knot and hold on. The best way to predict your future is to create it. I smile because I must not cry. That's all, just that. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Everything I have learned from books. The strongest bond of human sympathy should unite all working people of all nations, languages, and races. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. It's not that I cannot keep a secret. The problem lies with those to whom I tell it. You must grow yourself, no matter how tall your grandfather was. My experience is that people with no vices have very few virtues. I am not concerned about your fall, but about whether you get up again. Easing someone else's heartache is like forgetting your own. We must be great enough to rise above insults, and generous enough not to insult anyone. Commitment is what turns a promise into reality. A weak person cannot be made strong, but a strong person can be made weak. No person is fit to rule another without the other's consent. Nothing can distract me from my purpose. A friend is one whose enemies are your enemies too. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. I am nothing. Truth is everything. If slavery is not wrong, then nothing is wrong. A nation that does not honor its heroes will not endure for long. Important principles must be inflexible and unshakable. Your determination to succeed is more important than anything else. You can lose everything in life, but not your dreams. Everyone wants to live a long life, but no one wants to grow old. I am full of hope, so I am less hurt by disappointment. Gold is good in its place, but living, brave, patriotic men are better than gold. Since our case is new, we must think and act anew. If I had my way, this war would never have begun. Kindness is the only service that stands firm in life's storms. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, but the life in your years. Populism is the art of dressing small ideas in big words. Do not criticize them, they are just like we are. A man has time to spend half of his life in quarrels. If someone stops attacking me, I never remember it against them. If you want to test a man's character, give him power. If someone can do a good job, give them the chance. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. I would rather die now, but I have not yet done anything to be remembered for. Do not put off until tomorrow what can be done today. A person with no home should not destroy another's home, but should work hard to build their own. The education of one generation's school becomes the policy of the next generation's government. My main question is not whether you failed, but whether you are satisfied with your failure. The principles of a calm past are inadequate for the storms of the present. I have often knelt down because I felt there was nowhere else to go. We have a free government where everyone has equal rights. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us fulfill our duty. Do good to those who hate you, and turn their enmity into friendship. I do not need to find my grandfather, but his grandson. Our ancestors created a new nation on this land, founded on liberty and dedicated to the principle of equality. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. The lively play is best performed on stage. The tragic tale should be read at home. If I am killed, I can die once, but fearing it repeatedly means dying again and again. Every person has the right to enjoy the fruit of their own labor, as long as they do not infringe upon the rights of others. No country can afford to keep too many people useless. Most must do productive work. Truth is often the best defense against slanderers. I stand on this stage so you can see me, and I can see you. God likes common-looking people. That is why He made so many of them. Character is like a tree, and reputation like its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is. The tree is the real thing.